As much as I would love to, I cannot take you to a certain time and a certain date and a certain place where I became a Christian. But just at the time where I was learning like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 2 times 2 is 4 and A, B, C, D, all that kind of stuff, I was learning the reality that there is a God. My family were Christians, so I kind of grew up in a family where it was just totally assumed that you prayed for stuff and you believed in God and that he was real and that he wanted a relationship with you. But then when I became a teenager, I did that brilliant thing, which actually is really important for adolescents to do, which is ask really big questions. And I began to sort of say, do I believe this stuff because my parents do or because I believe this? So I asked massive questions about evolution and sexuality and God and science and faith and does God hear prayer? And then when I was in my late teenage years, 2 really close friends had some really horrible stuff happen to them and they were Christians, and that hit me like a juggernaut lorry. And I was like, wait a minute, if there is a God, he's supposed to be good, right? And he's supposed to protect people that love him. Like, that's the deal, isn't it? So if he's not, then maybe he doesn't care and he doesn't love us. And that sent me, at the time it felt like I was going through some major faith crisis. But looking back now, I'm really glad, not that bad stuff happened to my friends, but that I was able to ask big questions about God. And I remember like going travelling around Europe and Spain and Portugal and thinking I was all that, and at one particular point thinking, I'm either going to say yes and believe in Jesus for the rest of my life, or I'm going to just trash this. I'm not going to play games. And at the end of 2 weeks of just constantly bombarding God with my questions, I came to the conclusion that God wasn't really giving me the answers I wanted, but that somehow I could not just let go of Jesus. Like, there's nobody else like him in the whole of world history. And if Jesus tells me what God is like, then I want in. I'm in. I jump in. I'm fully signed up. And ever since that day, years ago, I've like been committed to saying, God, wherever you want to take me, I'm in. Whatever you want to reveal to me, I want to have an open heart to receive it. Now, that doesn't mean that now in my grand old middle-aged years that I'm like, yeah, I'm sorted, I've got no questions, like every time I talk to God, it's like this. No, that's not the case. Like, the older I get, sometimes the more questions I have. But the difference is that over the years, I feel like I've grown to know God more and more and more and more in a deeper and deeper and deeper way, because I've spent time like trying to hear his voice and really investing in that relationship, not because I'm amazing, but because I want everything that he has. And do you know what? As I draw close to him, I just know that he draws close to me, whether I'm having a terrible day or a great day, whether I don't even want to believe in him today or whether I really, really do. And so my encouragement to you is, whatever stage you're at, whether you're just at the very beginning of, oh man, is there a God? Or whether you've like felt, yeah, I've signed up for this, I know that I'm a Christian. Keep bringing your big questions, your biggest questions, your boldest questions, the one that you think might just break the church if you ask it, because you know what? It won't break anything. And everything's okay. Just bring your questions. And what you might find is that as you keep asking them, you'll get closer and closer to God, and he will reveal who he is to you more and more. And maybe even there'll come a time where you're just sat in the school playground, just minding your own business. And maybe something drops in your head and you think, do you know what, I want to talk to somebody about God today. And you get that courage and you sort of say, I was at church this weekend. Do you guys want to come this weekend? And maybe they don't suddenly combust and you don't suddenly combust. And maybe they go, oh yeah, all right, then I've got nothing else on. And somehow this incredible God you're discovering, you're sharing him with other people too. And your faith will grow and grow and grow. So keep asking your questions, your biggest, your boldest, your craziest, your scariest questions. God is big enough and he has so much for you because he loves you so much.